Alright, so check it. I know you wanna know, or maybe not wanna know, why I couldn't perform, right? I have to show you something.
There shouldn't be no one getting on this train being robbed.
No.
The more times they can smoke and crack, though, they go off on you like that. All you got to do is remember one thing. I'm number one, okay? Yeah, I'm telling God what to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it's the end of the day. On my way home, packing up from the school that I work at. Man, great day. Had great groups. Just met with 6th graders, man, and a great group of guys. Real energetic, man. You know, so I really love what I do. It's very rewarding in terms of just being able to work with youth, and help them develop as young men. The best part I like about this work is that you have to be applying that what you're teaching. That's the only way you can be effective, you know. And so if you are wanting excellence from them, you have to be excellent in your own demonstration, in your own right as well, you know. So it's a great experience. It's a great opportunity to reach out to young people. Yeah, I was saying earlier about why I didn't perform last night at Refuge. So the promotional group that I work with, how they do it is, for every 20 tickets you sell, they pay you $50. And so that's an e-contract, an electronic contract that you agree to sell at least like 15 to 20 tickets. I mean, and a lot of people have an issue with that. I don't have a problem with that because you're building your fan base. Is a way to build your fan base. they have a venue for you to perform and do what you love, you know. So you shouldn't have a problem with getting out and supporting or promoting yourself. But I hate promoting myself. I hate having to ask people to support me in terms of coming out to the shows and stuff like that. Because typically what I find is, you know, people are like, yeah, I got you, man, I want to come out, and they never really show up or they don't purchase. And it's just the reality that you find out that, man, people really don't rock with what you might do. You know what I mean? You might get exposed to, like, man, they don't like it enough to really come get out of their bed or support you or spend their money with you. And that's usually what I've been experiencing. So sometimes as an artist, you take that to heart. Like, man, you know, why don't people support me? You know, and I'm the type of person that I support a lot of different people, whatever they may do. You know, I show up, but, you know, sometimes I don't get that same support back, which is okay. But then this show, I didn't really promote it like I should have, because I knew that. I felt I was a little fearful of that rejection, people like not buying tickets and stuff like that. So I really didn't promote it. Then I was going through a transition in my job and different things like that, and so I had a lot going on, which is still no excuse of why I didn't promote my own music the way I should have. But I did have a lot of people that was like, yeah, I'll be there, man, I'll buy tickets, and never bought tickets. The first show I did, man, a lot of them tickets I bought myself, or my pops bought, and I just gave away tickets. So the support really wasn't there from people that really bought the tickets, and that's how we get paid. That's how we're able to perform. So this show, I only had 2 tickets sold, and both of them came from my cousin. So it let me know one or two things, like what I'm doing is not that valuable, or I need to get back on my grind. And really, it's really on me, because I think I haven't established a supportership or a group of people that will support me, because I haven't consistently put out content. It's just simple as that. Even like with these vlogs, I do them sparingly, and so I can't expect people to really stop what they're doing to come support something that, you know, that I'm passionate about. I have to give them the why. Like, why would you get out of your bed, or why would you spend your hard-earned $10 or more to see what I'm doing? And so what I'm about to do, man, for the next 6 months, man, is really be sold out on providing adequate content, so I don't have to be begging so hard for people to come check out what I do. That I have people really that are, you know, coming to me saying like, man, when you doing a show, or where can I see you, where can I find your music, those type of things, versus people who just support because, you know, they might be your guys or something like that, or they know you and they just be like, yeah, you know, I'll come out or whatever, but they really just don't want to. So I wasn't able to perform yesterday because of lack of ticket sales. That's on me mostly, and then 2, it's on the fact that, you know, I really don't have the support like that. It's not really too many people I can go to and be like, hey man, I got a show, would you come out? There's a handful of you though that will show up every time, and I really appreciate you. So I don't want to sound like I'm like, man, y'all don't support me, and I'm like, no. What I'm saying is on me to put out more content and put out stuff that is going to get a fan base. And I hate to say fans, but people who are going to support whatever it is that you're doing. And I'm not putting out content that is so dope that people want to support me just yet. So I need to go back to the drawing board and really put that out there, so then when I do come and ask for support, that I've done what I need to do to be able to expect that type of support, you know. Let me put out some new content, let me get some new music out and be consistent enough to be able to set y'all on fire where you be like, hey man, I gotta go see Anri. You feel me? So that's with that, I'm out.
My birth name Anri, but around here I'm ambassador. Influenced by educators, GDs and them travelers. Stones from broken homes, the mighty FOI and traffickers. If the tongue's a sword, then my palette be Excalibur. I put that on my lord, the spectacular vernacular. You rappers got me, boy, y'all suck like Superhead and Dracula. Haven't heard an MC of this caliber in calendars. They like the testicular fortitude and cardiovascular. I don't honor ISIS, but I just murdered on camera. Invited to this cipher and I left this pit to massacre. No longer will I be an examiner of weak amateurs. From the flatlands to the mountains, overseas to Canada. Step up, little homie, if you call yourself a challenger. Whether in the streets or SAE, I be the chancellor. If you step in my circumference or even my diameter, you probably gon' need chemo cause you ran into a cancer.
The Jordan Spizike. Let me explain something to you about this shoe. This is the best mashup Jordan. You know, they have all these different Jordans that got all these different flavors to them. This is the only official one that you are allowed to wear. Let me say this again. This is the only official Jordan, mashup Jordan, where they put together different variations that you are allowed to wear. This is the Spizike. This is one of the most comfortable Jordans, period, that one could wear. But let me tell you why this is the dopest. It incorporates all the dopest Jordans in one. You have the 3 right here. This is all comes from the Jordan 3. You have the 5 right here. This all comes from the 5. This comes from the 5. Then you also have the wings from the 4. That's what made the 4 so significant, with the crown. Absolutely ridiculous. And then you have the tongue from the 6. Why are these things significant? Because these changed the game. These mics changed the trajectory of shoes as we knew it at that time. And if you were born after 90, you have no input. If you were born after 1990, you have no input on this subject. Because you don't know what shoes were like in the 80s and transition to after 88 and so on. So I just wanted to quickly say that this is one of the most comfortable shoes ever on the planet. I love these shoes. And not to mention 40 acres and a mule. The Spike Lee sign on the back. You cannot go wrong with that. And then on the other one, same thing. Or not the same thing, but you got the Mars Blackman. Now, for those of you that don't know who Mars Blackman is, please do a Google search. Do a Google search, and you can figure out who the Brooklyn Mars Blackman on the back. You see? And that's Spike Lee. You don't know what that's about, please Google it, figure it out.